Hello everybody, welcome to Mike's Mike. My name is Mike. I do like the red shirt that you're wearing, but I don't like it as much as the green one you were wearing last week. Now, much like how Harry Potter's fate is linked to the Horcruxes, my fate is linked with dance mums.
No, I never said that.
No matter what happens, no matter where I go, I still come back to dance mums. So we're making a video about dance mums for the 700th time. I think it's fair to say that there's a lot of dumb content on this website, but it's not the most exciting picture of Dr. Phil. And in this video, I'm going to be adding to that dumb content but making it smart. So it's smart dumb content, or -1 + 1 = 0, net zero content. Some time ago, I made a video called Essential Viewing Dance Mums, and I spoke about my favourite dance mum scenes, and I said this. You know, in chemistry, I have the intermolecular and then the intramolecular, and inter is like between molecules and intra is inside the molecule. Well, we're in the ALDC molecule. Looking back on that, it's not 100% correct, and you'll find out why. No spoilers. But in this video, I'm going to be explaining some chemistry concepts using dance mums. The amount of intersections and overlaps over those two subjects is honestly frightening.
Wait a minute, hold on.
You know what's this frightening? I have a master's degree.
Oh Lord, again.
And also, you're welcome for this video. I know you're saying thank you. And if you are not already, you will later. Period. Now, a couple of hundred years ago, I went to university and I did a bachelor and I did a master's degree, as I've said already in this video, and I'll keep saying.
Nothing new, nothing changed, same old.
And as part of that, I did chemistry for a couple of years. Now, I'm glad I kept these textbooks. Also, you might have picked up on the fact that I said 100 years ago, and that is correct. I don't age. I'm glad that I kept those ridiculously overpriced chemistry books because they're really helping with this video. I did a lot of research. That being said, I'm confident that most, if not all, of this content is correct and scientifically accurate, but if it's not, this is literally a video about dance mums and chemistry. Don't use this as your scientific backing for a paper. Don't be like, oh, in my PhD, I'm just going to reference Mike's video about dance mums and chemistry. No, but if you do, hit me up. So let's start by saying that this is a molecule. This is also the Abbey Lee Dance Company. All molecules of any substance, such as the ALDC molecules in the ALDC substance, are identical, and they are different from every other substance, such as the candy apple substance. An interesting substance, to say the least.
How you feeling?
Fabulous.
They differ either in number of atoms of each element, the connectivity of these atoms, or the 3D spatial arrangement of the atoms. Inside a molecule, you have atoms of different elements. Now, I'm going to be talking about non-metallic elements such as carbon or nitrogen or hydrogen, Holly, but it's important to note that you can also have organometallic chemistry, and that's important for this because Kelly is a metal, and I'll get to that later. She's the potassium queen. And we love that for her, but we're going to ignore that, okay? Okay. In the ALDC molecule, the atoms that we have are Abby, Melissa, Christy, Holly, Jill, and obviously Kelly, but I'm leaving her out, but she will be dealt with. Period. Now, this specific collection of atoms makes up the ALDC, but you can take those atoms and make different molecules. Much to think about. For example, combining Christy and Chloe, 2 C's, 2 carbons creates diatomic carbon, which is a poisonous green gas. I didn't say it, science said it. Fun fact, diatomic carbon is unstable at ambient temperature, which explains this.
How many times has my daughter beat your daughter this year?
If Christy and Chloe were together in a room and you gave them acetone, you know what would happen? Something spicy would happen. They'd make acetylene. Why is that important? Let me tell you. Acetylene was used in the earlier 20th century for illuminating car lights before they had electric lights. So we have Chloe and Christy to thank for the automotive industry, essentially. So thank you, ladies. Now that bond between Christy and Chloe, the double C's, that's a strong bond. It's a mother-daughter bond, that's a double bond. Deuces. That strong bond is a double covalent bond. That's because Christy is ride or die for Chloe, period. For comparison, if you have a scene with Christy and Holly, that's a single bond. Yeah, they like each other, but they're only sharing 2 electrons, they're not sharing 4. Just a note on covalent bonding, I haven't really spoken about nuclei or electrons or anything like that because that's assumed knowledge. That's prior knowledge. If you come to my class without the prior knowledge, that's on you, that's not on me. Please do your homework. Must I do everything for you? Test on Wednesday, be prepared. So in a covalent bond, those bound atoms share electron matter, and the atoms are held together by attraction of each nucleus from the shared electron matter. Bitch, what does that mean? If you did high school chemistry, you might be used to thinking about electrons as a thing, like this. Ooh, she's serving electron realness. But actually, ladies and ladies, it's more accurate in covalent bonds to be talking about a cloud or an aura of electrons. So covalent bonds stream Aura by Lady Gaga, the first song off her fantastic album Art Pop. But what does that mean? In this analogy, I think that cloud or aura of electrons is best represented by drama. So when you see Christy and Holly together, you don't pinpoint their relationship as points of drama that happened, you look at it as the aura of drama that's happened across the seasons. Christy and Holly share 2 electrons worth of the drama cloud, which equates to 1 single bond, whereas Christy and Chloe share 4 electrons of the drama cloud because they're so close. So that's 2, that's a double bond, bitch. In that line of thinking, you could have so many different combinations of the non-metallic elements inside the ALDC molecule. You know, you have your nitrogen Nia, you have your hydrogen Holly, together they make something. I can't remember the exact name, but if someone were to Google it, they would be able to find it. Imagine having that in your history. What does nitrogen hydrogen make? Show that to your crush. Be like, I was Googling this, and they'll be like, wow, date me. As I said before, we have the ultra iconic potassium in our midst, and we will not forget it. Potassium reacts with water and causes an absolute scene. I think that's best illustrated by one of Kelly's best blow-ups.
Get your finger out of my face! Girls out the room!
She's a trailblazing reactive queen.
Hey, Queen. Girl, you have done it again. Constantly raising the bar for us all and doing it flawlessly.
Now this is because that reaction is exothermic. That means that it gives off heat. So when you have Abby and Kelly, boom boom pow, chick is jacking my style, that's exothermic, it's giving off heat. Potassium ions are vital for living cells, and a deficiency in potassium can lead to an abnormal heartbeat, which is why I watch daily compilations of Kelly on Dance Moms. It's for my health, and if you want to get good health, get the good health, then that's how you do it. You watch Dance Moms compilations every day, and that's a hot tip, and you can thank me for that later. That one's free, the rest of them cost on my Patreon, which doesn't exist, but it may. Just a quick note on molecule naming. You can express what's inside a molecule by putting those letters. So you can have C2H4, which means 2 carbon and 4 hydrogen. The order of those letters indicates what's inside and sometimes how it's arranged. And in my comparison, I've been using 1 letter to describe 1 person, but I mean, who's to say that we couldn't talk about ions? I mean, I could go to the candy apple molecule and get Miss Kathy Nesbitt Stein and rearrange her letters and suddenly I have a thiocyanate ion, but is that allowed? No. So I've mainly been talking about what's happening inside the ALDC molecule and the interactions of those atoms. Now that is intramolecular, that's inside the molecule. Now in my other video, I said that the ALDC molecule interacts with the candy apples molecule, and that is intermolecular bonding. And that is wrong. Even though I'm perfect in every single way possible, sometimes I do make a mistake. It's not intermolecular bonding because the molecules are not the same. Therefore, it's more a case of a chemical reaction between 2 substances. Period, love. However, since nothing is real and multiverse theory is the only thing keeping me interested in this boring existence, who's to say that we can't get ALDC molecule 1 from timeline 1 and ALDC molecule 2 from timeline 2, and then they interact? The multiverse would implode, but also it'd be kind of interesting. So, much to think about. I want to round out this lesson by talking about chemical reactions. Now, I would say that the interactions between the ALDC and candy apples are more substitution reactions, and you can quote me on that. A substitution reaction is when you get a functional group in a molecule being replaced by another. So that's like Jill and Kendall going from the ALDC to the candy apples. I mean, it's a good opportunity for my little Kendall, but also drama. What a moment that was. A moment most pleasing to me in my career. Now I know there's a lot of learning in this video, so here are some memes to compensate. I hope you enjoyed this and maybe even learned something. Imagine that. If you thought you'd seen the last of this content, no ma'am. No ma'am.
No ma'am.
I gotta say, there are a lot of these video ideas stored up in this galaxy brain of mine. The galaxy is large, and so is my brain. There's a lot of space to store stuff. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. If you've got something to say, leave a comment. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Getting kind of close to 250,000 now, which is bonkers. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you all soon. Peace out. Bye. It's Christmas. Let's go home. Welcome to the end screen. Here you will find another video for you to watch and a link to easily subscribe to my channel. So make sure you subscribe to my channel.